And that's not a bad thing. That you're just doing what's right for you. Because why would you take the risk of somewhere not being open later when you need it?
Oh, I buy 5 combos like 3 times a day. I just like eating.
Okay, fair bested. Right, so
Yeah.
um, one of my ideas, and we've got a few floating around. So this is not definite, but you were literally, of all the people I know, one of the first people that came to mind as someone who's been negatively affected by the fact that your business is in an area where there's not a lot of foot traffic
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there's not like people naturally going through Cyprus other than the family.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Family.
okay, I both love and hate the way you say that.
Many people do.
Right, so one of the things we've been thinking about is so let's say in the food court now you've got say big dog noodles open all the time, round the clock, can kind of always count on them.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, let me just put this down.
Feel free to take that, eh?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I
So they're open around the clock. They've got staff to cover pretty much every storm,
yeah.
and they are clearly making a success out of what they've got with the tools they've got available at the moment. I would like to reward people like that by giving them the opportunity to branch out of the food court and have somewhere that is like a unique location, or and it doesn't even necessarily have to be a food place or big dog noodles. It could be like a whole new experience or something different. Um,
Got you. Got you.
but there are fears that it used to be like that in the city, and places were very quiet. So one of the ideas is to try and test a hub somewhere else in the city. So like, let's just say, for example, if we were to have one in Cyprus around where your mech shop is, I would
Yeah.
want to have maybe 4 or 5 businesses all located within a very like short space, like literally where you could see all the other businesses. So that
Yeah. From one, you can always see the other.
yes, so like let's say somebody goes there because I've been asking Dom how many people. So I think 8 people with me yesterday,
Yeah.
and I said to them, "Who? How many of you guys know that there's a mechanic shop in Cyprus?" And the honest answer, mate, is 7 of them said no.
Really
Yes. So for me, that's not a failure of you, that's a failure of the city. So
interesting.
I would like to see a situation where somebody went, "Oh, I need food. Oh, look, Big Dog Noodles is open in Cyprus. Bloody hell, there's a mech shop here. Oh, look at that. Bloody hell, there's a drink place here." And then also, like,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
unique business idea, say, like, somebody made, like, I don't know, like a mech, like a merchandise store or like a plushie store, you know what I mean? Something different.
I got you. I got you.
And then have them all at literally like, I guess, the size of their football pitch around the same sort of area to like drive business around the city
Oh, 100%.
rather than it being like confined to one little area.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I mean, you need life in all areas of the city in order for the city to thrive as a whole, right? It
Yes,
can't be isolated to a certain area. That's why multiple hubs where people can go for whether it's social, whether it's stimulation, whether it's a need, whether it's whatever the case may be. But if there's more than one hub that provides accessibility to citizens of the city, that's genuinely like the direction it should be heading in instead of
yes.
isolating shit.
Yeah, I think, and what's been interesting, Dom, is actually of all the people we spoke to, the only 2 people who said they don't like the idea and they want to keep everything kind of almost as it is, to be honest, were the 2 people who ran, I would say, the most successful businesses in the food court. Um, I haven't spoken to
Sure.
I haven't spoken to everybody yet because I need to speak to like
Yeah.
Sophia and Leah, who've been, I would consider, very successful business women the way they operate. So I want to
100%.
get their opinions. Which is going to be quite awkward speaking to them, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel that.
So yeah, I wanted to get like just your thoughts on it, and I guess, and
I
then all
think
go on.
Oh, sorry, sorry. I think the only hurdle or obstacle that I can see occurring is not many people are open to this kind of cross pollination.
Yes.
So collaborations will need to be quote unquote same sided.
Yeah.
For example, well, I can speak about Frank's because you know about it, but Frank's is a Cyprus thing, therefore it would make sense, right? But like, let's say Big Dog Noodles, which is not a Cyprus thing and it's someone else's thing,
Mm-hmm.
is also operational, and then shit hits the fan and there's a war that breaks out. But the two people at war share a business location. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. And I think
That's the only obstacles that I can see.
1000%. And literally, as we're this is why I like talking to people is because it kind of strikes different ideas and thought processes.
Yeah.
As you were answering, then I was just thinking another thing that I would have to do is, and this will be even more awkward. Say like, in your situation, would be to speak to say, Mr. Luciano, Mr. Lang, and whatever, and say,
Yep. 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 Yep.
if like to say in theory, rather than, I'm not just saying so just because it's your situation. I'm not saying there will be one in Cyprus, but would you be willing to have other businesses in your area? And then I can also ask other people who have a similar sort of
Oh,
area
100%.
of land, and see their opinions as well, and see, because I've been enjoying seeing a lot of people have like shared opinions, or have, it's been
Yeah.
amazing how many people have the same ideas without even knowing it.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, like, I was literally talking about this a couple of days ago, where I want to speak to Sophia so that we can come up with a way for like repairs to have meals attached to it somewhat, um,
Yeah,
so that it's like two birds with one stone. You're hungry, you need your car repaired, boom, go to Street Punks. They got both. But I mean, if we have the option for people to go and get their meal and sit down, whether it's at a truck with a
yeah,
couple of chairs or
yeah,
whatever
exactly.
the case may be, while their car's getting repaired, again, two birds with one stone.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I
exactly.
mean, that's fantastic. I'm definitely open to it.
Okay.
But I won't be able to give you a yes or a no due to location. Like you just mentioned, you would have to speak to a couple of the people that you've mentioned, because
Yes.
I even had to speak to them to get the permission to open up street monks
Yeah,
in
thousand
Cyprus.
percent. No, I get it, because I think it's something that could be beneficial. Um,
No doubt, no
but
doubt.
yeah, like you say, there's definitely some, because one of the things, basically, the goal of this is to take away as much red tape as possible so that
Yeah,
things
yeah,
become so smooth in the future.
100%.
Who's this? I thought he
Motherfucker.
was one of the bloody British people again, then sneaking up at me.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you ever met a Larry Knox?
Oh yeah, no, Mr. Larry. He hired me as his personal assistant, and then fired me
Really?
a minute and 30 seconds later because he found out at 37 years old.
Oh shit. Well, outside of that, you should have a chat with him as well. He just opened a business last week. Friday was the opening, and they've also got a prime location, and their goals align with exactly what you are trying to accomplish as well.
Okay, all
To
right.
create a new hub in the city where people can come to. So they've got ample space. They've got huge parking lot. They've got a storefront that sells food, snacks, drinks. Um, so, like, they even approached me to find out if I wanted to move my mechanic shop there because they want it to be like a social hub, which is exactly what you're going for as well.
Yeah, okay, that's good to know.
Uh, so yeah, definitely like speak to him, and then obviously I don't want to not put in an effort to aid you, but my hands are tied until you get like someone like Mr. Luciano to be
Yes.
like, yo, Dom, I've had a chat with Frank. You're good to go as long as it's not X or Y or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and then my next question, I guess, will be, let's say, because I know it's so close to home and to your family, but if the opportunity arose,
Wait, what
would
just
you?
happened to your throat there?
I don't know. I tried to speak like you, and it just failed
Oh,
miserably. To be honest,
I
I can't
got
do
you.
it.
I
It's
got you.
like you literally. I'll be honest with you, Dom. You sound like you should be talking about the next trailer for like the next Harry Potter film. Anyway, I was thinking,
Crazy ass.
would you be willing to move places, or was that what you said to Larry? No, you want to stay where you are.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the mechanic shop, the current one, for now, I'm not looking at moving, but I'm also not cutting my legs off and saying that I won't perhaps franchise in the future.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
That's exactly what I told Larry as well. Like, I might open another branch there in his area and have like a resident mechanic that'll always service cars from there. But like for now, I think it's too early. Because my goal with Street Monks is exactly what you want. You want traffic, you want to generate life. And I
Yes.
mean, right now, moving that will take all life out of Cyprus in terms of businesses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's the only one that's there.
Yeah. And I know the biggest obstacle everyone is facing at the moment is the amount of people around, which is
100%.
what we're hoping is that if people can see that, there are new and unique things happening, that they, they'll get word to their friends or whatever and say, yeah, what, we've
Exactly.
got this new thing coming in, by providing unique ideas around the city, because literally sky's the limit. We're doing a thing. I've just spoken to Junior, who spoke with Mr. Nino today. The way Mr. Nino wants us to approach it initially is to almost have like an apprentice style thing where we get people to come
Yeah.
down. They almost pitch their ideas, and then there's a follow up.
You're fired.
There's a series of follow ups and all that, and we test things out and see how it's going, and then people can earn themselves like, because basically, Dom, the government have a shit ton of money with nothing to do with it. So
Yeah.
Nino wants ways to spread the money out and get people started up with new ideas.
100%, man. I'm going to be speaking to him probably early next week because I want to host my next event.
Fantastic.
So hopefully I can tap into some of that budget.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'll tell you what. What are you thinking for your event?
I can show you.
Amazing.
Okay, do me a favor, look through your eyes.
You can do like a dance.
Can you?
No, I thought you were going to.
Oh, no. Put your hands up.
Okay.
Not like that, motherfucker.
Well, you said put your hands up.
Yeah, but like my hands, like square up.
You can square up.
Wait, give me a sec, Frank. I need to go real quick.
Okay, go.
Someone's getting robbed. I'll give you a
Go,
call.
You
ASAP.
good, go.